It's the second day of the Tour de France and the first stage for the 196 riders at the start. The sprinters should be at ease for this 223.5 kilometer long stage between Rotterdam and Brussels. The race started quickly as the first attack took place only 4 minutes after the riders crossed the kilometer zero line. 3 men had escaped, a Belgian, Martin Wijnands of Quick-Step, and a Dutch, Rabobank's Lastboom. Their companion in the break was Euskaltel Alan Perez-Lazaun of Spain. Only 35 minutes into the race, this trio was already 7 minutes clear from the peloton. The route is flat for this stage, yet accidents can happen. Several riders in the pack fell off their bikes as a dog crossed the road. Among the men down were Italy's Ivan Basso and David Miller, the Scot, who finished second of the prologue on Saturday. At kilometer 73, Lastboom claimed the first sprint of the day, followed by the Spaniard and the Belgian. Halfway to the finish line at kilometer 110, the classification between the three hadn't changed, but the gap has melted. The breakaway riders were then only 4 minutes ahead of the pack, led by the Saxo Bank team. The breakaway riders then left the Netherlands to set foot in Belgium at Putte, where another sprint was held. The trio didn't fight for this one. Wijnands was the first again before Perez and Boom. Further back, there was no significant change within the peloton, which has fastened the pace and was only 1 minute and 30 seconds adrift, 60 kilometers from the finish line. 2 teams took command in the pack. First, Astana set the pace, then the Omega Pharma Lotto team managed to reduce the gap to only 45 seconds, with a bit more than 30 kilometers to go. That was the moment Martin Wijnands managed to leave his companions after 2 fruitless attempts. He was caught by a new man out of the peloton, a Moldavian, Plyushin. Boom and Perez were joined by the pack. The new duo was not to lead for long. Wijnands and Plyushin were caught 9 kilometers from the arrival. The end of the stage was animated by many accidents. The 3 tricky bends of the finish made some damages. Mark Cavendish and Oscar Freire were involved in a fall at 2 kilometers from the arrival. Right after the red sign of the last kilometer, there was another fall involving this time the yellow jersey bearer Fabian Cancellara of Switzerland. The stage win was claimed by Alessandro Petacchi after a sprint. This is the Italian's 5th stage victory in 4 Tour de France participations. He was followed by Marc Renshaw and Toru Schoft. Despite his accident, Cancellara remains at the top of the standing.